Hi guys, it's Sienna, and today I'm here with the beautiful Ashley Graham. We are back on the Tyson My Confidence series, and today's going to be more of a different style. We're just going to be doing kind of a sit-down podcast type interview. I'm really excited. Okay, so for like the one person that doesn't know who you are, what do you want to? How do you introduce yourself?
First of all, hello 1%.
How would you?
I'm Ashley Graham. I'm a model. I'm a designer. I'm a body activist. I'm a host. I'm a mommy, and I'm so happy to be on.
You're queen.
Oh. I'm so happy to be on your channel today.
I love you always. We just had a really amazing conversation. Ashley made me cry on her channel. So if you guys want to watch that, then you should go to hers and see a genuine conversation, because you're like my therapist now. My mom. You're like my mom now.
Oh, your mom is great though.
Yeah.
She's very good. Hey, mom. We also switched sides. So on our conversation on my channel, we switched sides. So yeah. You're the owner of the channel on that side.
Oh, that's cute.
Interviewing on this side.
Yeah, that's cute. Okay, I like that. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is such a broad question, but like, what was your experience like in the modeling industry?
Oh my God, so broad, but it's okay because I can break it down for you.
Okay, break it down however you want.
Break it down now. I started modeling when I was 12. And I was founded in Nebraska. I know you don't know where Nebraska is. You know now. You know now.
I still don't know. If you go like this on a map.
Yeah, right in the center.
Right in the center, okay.
And somebody asked me if I wanted to be a model. And they told me to come to a hotel. And I had to like go to this creepy hotel. And they ended up
taking. Did you go by yourself?
No, I went with my dad because I was 12.
Okay.
And it cost a lot of money to go to this like quote modeling camp. And I do not do that. Anybody out there listening, don't do that. It's not worth it. It's all a hoax. Except for, I felt very lucky that this was not one. So they taught me how to like walk and talk and go into kind of like an actual job, which was really interesting. At 12 years old, I had no idea what any of this was. At 12, I didn't even know what Vogue was. And I knew what Target was. I love me some Target. And
have you ever done Target?
I have Target. I have modeled for Target. Yeah.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Queen. Yeah, she should. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
So then at 17, my career started progressing, and my mom and dad said you can move to New York at 17 if you, by yourself, if you make it. And at that time, what making it for me was, it's a lot of pressure, but I was already making like more money than my dad. I was paying for my own car insurance and my car and my phone bills and all this stuff.
In Nebraska?
In Nebraska, yeah. And I made the decision to move. But if I didn't make it in New York, I had to move back and go to college. And I did not want to go to college. So I did whatever it took, and I moved to New York, and I made it. And making it was pay your rent, make sure you're fed, and get to your job on time. And I worked my butt off, and incrementally, things kept happening in my career where I would get a little bit more notoriety, I would get a little bit more famous within my own industry, just within the curve models. And then boom, 2016, was it 2016 I was on the cover? No, 15 I was in it, 16 I was on the cover. So 2015 I was in Sports Illustrated, and it was just an ad, but I was the biggest girl size-wise that had ever been in the pages of Sports Illustrated, which is like, what? And then it kind of gave me like a household name in this very strange way because it was just an ad, but then Sports Illustrated was like, oh, this is incredible. We're gonna put you on the cover, 2016. And
insert picture here. I want them to see.
And that's when my career took off in this like whole other way that I always had dreamt of, but didn't know what it looked like.
When you were in the ad, was that like, because you identify as a plus size model, right?
I identify as like a woman and a model. Like it's like weird.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's like weird to be like, I'm a plus size model, but I don't think that term is right for me because I just don't identify with the word plus size. I think that there's like such a range of sizes that have literally been put into a box that the fashion industry calls plus size. And I don't think that is fair, because there are women who are a size 8 that are considered plus size, and there are women who are a size 24 that are considered plus size. And just because of a number inside of our pants doesn't mean that we're all created equally. It doesn't mean that you create clothes that fit all of us, because I haven't met a designer yet that is making clothes. I mean, there are designers, I take that all back. There are designers who are making clothes for all ranges, but like, it just goes back to like education within design.
It's not as simple as just that term.
Exactly.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So I know for me, I get told I'm either too small or too big to be body confident, and you know, I think my response to that is kind of like, I am confident in my own body and I just want to spread my own love. How do you kind of respond to the people that have either told you you're too small or too big? Because I'm sure you've gotten it before, right?
I've been told I'm too small, I'm too big, and my weight has fluctuated. I've been a size 12, I've been a size 16. And the biggest thing that I've learned through all of it is that just because someone has an opinion doesn't mean they're right. And I have to remember who I am through my work, through social media, through my contracts, through what I put out into the world. And I have battled with what do I care about and what don't I care about. And what I care about is the message that I'm sending to younger people. And what I don't care about is the comments that come back about what people say about my body. And that's really been the big, I guess, line in the sand for me about which side am I going to be on.
As I told you in her video, and if you aren't checking that out yet, you really should do it right now.
It's pause this and go to mine.
As they're watching this video after. But anyways, we mentioned my bathing suit line that's coming out in the summer, and how I'm trying to really be body inclusive with it and make sure that all sizes are represented. Do you have any advice from a business standpoint to offer when creating a, you know, all-inclusive bikini line?
Well, I think first of all, you said the best thing is that it's all-inclusive. I think that we don't really get to see as many brands as we would love to see be fully inclusive. So bravo, first of all. Second of all, own it, own 100% of it. And if you need to go outside and have people help you, if it's like, you know, an investor or a manufacturer or whatever, just make sure you're getting the best deal when it comes to that. And I'm sure you've got great people behind you helping you with all that lingo and the legal issues. And also, I think that, as you know, because you went viral so quickly and it hasn't even been a year, your voice matters. And everybody that is following you, their voice matters. So ask them what they want and really play into what your followers want. Because if you're making something that your followers want, they will buy it.
Yeah. Totally. Because we kind of got the idea for the line. You know, you have seen my videos and you know that I love.
Oh no, I haven't.
Shut up. But you know I love bikinis and I wear bikinis all the time. And then I was getting a lot of comments about starting a line, and it was kind of the followers' idea. So as someone who watches, you know, what I do you have any like design ideas? Because you're a designer. So is like there anything that you would recommend doing or not doing, or fits, or, you know, I know for me certain like styles I only wear because I like the way it complements and flatters my body. So is there any styles that you like, you know, that could be that I don't understand, or like, you know what I mean, like that could be different for?
I think that the best thing to do is always have separates, like so people don't have to buy sets, they can buy like separates. That's first of all. Second of all, have your family and your friends be your fit models.
Okay.
So like your mom, she is like a curvy queen. So have your mom in a bikini also. She's probably gonna hate you, but just do it. And yep, see, she's hiding her face. And then like try to have like a range of friends, like try on different suits so that you can actually get feedback in real time from them about like what are they willing to show, what are they not willing to show, because not everybody has the confidence to walk on the beach or go to the pool wearing like a G-string, right? Because you look fine as hell in a G-string. But like, I'm not showing my ass the way that you're showing your ass. Because I've got cellulite from the back of my knee all the way that wraps around up through my butt cheeks, and then like there it is. And
no,
it just is what it is. Yeah.
It's
beautiful, but it's like comfort level, right?
Yeah, what you like to wear.
Exactly. So it's just, I think that the best thing you can do for like your line is to get a bunch of people just to try on different things and give you notes. And then that way you can really figure out like what are my staples going to be, and then you can expand from there in design.
That's good advice. That's good. Yeah, because I have my audience is majority, young girls.
Yeah.
And it's my friend. Well, some of my friends even like can't wear the suits that I have. So I'll have to like give them my more full coverage suits. But then some of like the other friends are like, oh, I love that. Like that looks good on me. That flatters. So definitely having variety, and I will definitely have them try it on.
Yeah. It'll be like the best feedback ever in real time.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
No, yeah. If you have, yes, because it's like some of the best advice I've ever been given in my life. And it was actually given to me by my husband. And he's like, the 80-20 rule applies to so many things. It's like business, it's friendship, it's relationships. And so if you are dating and you like this person, at least 80% of it, that 20% is like, okay, I can deal with it. And that 80% will trump the 20%. But if it's like 70-30, you got to get out, because that 70 is not going to be able to trump that 30, because that 30 is going to grow. It's going to get under your skin.
I remember hearing this, and this stuck with me. Oh my, yeah. It was you.
It was me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Do you like your husband 80% of the time?
I like him 90% of the time.
Wow. How did you find him?
We met at church.
Really?
Yeah, we met at church in New York City.
Where do I find one?
You could go to church.
Ashley sees me at a church. I'm like, anyone here?
Who's single for Sienna?
Still a minor.
Well, my other rule is don't have sex till you're married.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you know?
I did when I met my husband. I had a lot of sex before I met my husband. Okay. And then I realized I kept giving up my power, and my power was in between my legs. And I kept saying, oh, you can have it, you can have it, you can have it. And I lost who I was, because I was trying to find validation through sex and through having people like me. And when I realized that that was what I was doing, I was destroying my own relationship with myself. That's when I actually had the biggest self-realization of confidence, and I stopped having sex, and then I met my husband.
And you just knew? You knew he was the one?
Yeah, I mean, it took me a minute, but like, I knew he was the one, and we waited till we were married to have sex.
Wow.
Yeah, your vagina has a lot of power. Don't be giving it up, girl.
Yeah, thank you. Tell us the 10-year-olds that are watching that.
Well,
it's important.
Some of them need to know. That was real deep for your YouTube, I'm sorry.
No, but that's very, it's so, awkward, but, for...
Hi, Mom.
No, I tell her everything.
I mean, we talk about all
No, that's good. That's so important.
I noticed that, because I used to, I don't even know how to say this. I used to, it was high school, and it was the little hookups thing, and then I was kind of educated more in hookup culture and just behind the scenes of it, and ever since then I've stayed away. I feel like it ruins a lot of things, especially coming to LA. I avoid it. I just try to be friends with everyone, and I feel what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, because I remember even when I used to get with people, I'd be like, I feel so gross. I feel so disgusting. I feel used. I feel like I am just another name and a trophy. That is totally.
That's it, 100%. Because that's exactly what you are.
And it's no one can take that from you unless.
You have the power, because you have the power. I mean, there are times where our power gets taken from us, and that's a total violation, and that's also a whole other conversation. But when you have the choice, which is the majority of the time, it's what decision are you going to make for yourself? Do you want to leave feeling disgusting, or do you want to know that this person is investing in me as much as I'm investing in them?
And they like you for you, and not for anything else.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be a two-way street.
Yeah, definitely. That was beautiful. That was simple but beautiful. Is that those are your 2 rules?
Well, I mean, rules, schmools, but
Is there anything else? Like any piece of advice that you like live by?
oh my goodness, I have so many things. Trusting your gut is a good one. I mean, it's definitely very generic, and you can hear people say like, oh, just it's your intuition, it's your gut. But like when I say that, I have fought back to my agents and my managers and said, no, I believe that this is exactly what we should be doing for my career and how we should be moving forward, and I was right. So I think that it's important to listen to yourself, and that's why it's so important to take that quiet time and meditate and pray and take really like time for you and not for anyone else, not for your followers, for your friends, for your family, and be quiet and still, because those are the times where you're actually going to get answers.
Yeah. Do you have any advice on, very broad again, but self-love and just confidence and how you found yourself? Because like you said, those quiet times are super important. And I know for me, I get really uncomfortable in stillness. So do you have any, confidence?
Yeah, no, it's good that you can say that, because I think that for people who get uncomfortable in stillness, means that they're still a work in progress. But I think that we're all a work in progress. I feel like I still am, and if I'm not, then like I'm going to be bored with myself, and I don't want that. But I think that as far as confidence goes, it's a journey, and nobody ever just figures it out. And it's not one pill, it's not one moment, it's not one word. And I mean, I just had a baby, so like my body is completely changed now in this past year, and I've had to look at myself even differently in the mirror, and my confidence has had its highs and its lows just in the last, 10 months. So I think that to remember, confidence is a journey, whether you're talking about your body or you're talking about your mind or you're talking about, events in your life. It doesn't matter where you are, just to remember to love yourself and that you matter.
I think I'm still so young that I haven't really had my party experiences and, like all of that, out there experiences. So,
well, let me just stop you and say that you don't need to have those experiences either to have lived life.
Yeah.
I think that there's a stigma.
God, she sounds like you. Oh my God.
Why did you just went on?
Like my sister, she tells me, or like she talks about how she like skipped her party phase, like, and she doesn't ever want to do it. And I was like, at first I was like, why would you not want to do that? That's so fun and stuff like that. But
well, she's probably protecting herself from an STD, or she's protecting herself from from any kind of heartache or any trauma. I mean, like, you walk into situations and it could be really fun, but you also don't know what the outcome is going to be. And to say that you need to have a party life in order to become an adult, I mean, it's kind of backward. I feel like society has really told us those things. Like society has told us what gender norms are. They've told us like who we have to be and like the things that we have to conform to and the boxes. And this is yet another box that society has told us, that we have to party in order to get it out of our system to be on the other side. And
to be stable.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, like, I had my party phase and I did it. There is nothing great that came out of it on the other side, except for I can say that I learned a lot of lessons out of it. And I could have learned those lessons in a whole other way by reading a book or, just maturing in life. But you don't have to party, you don't have to have lots of sex, you don't have to live in this hookup culture, and you don't have to conform to what society says it is. If you live in a hookup culture like we are right now, I'm so glad I've been married for over 10 years, but you don't have to be a part of the hookup culture. You set standards for yourself and your body. And whoever comes in your life, whoever you're dating, you tell them what your rules are for your body. Not what society says, not what social media says. And if they hit you up in the DM and whatever you guys do, you make up the rules. It's your life.
Definitely. That's, I want to be like you. Like, that's literally all I can, like, I just am
You're going to be you. And you know what? That's the best thing. Like, I've always had people say.
Every time I say something, she just has a better answer. every time I'm like, God, I just want to be this woman. She's like, no, you don't. Like, you just have a way to, I love you.
I love you.
I love me, but I love you.
I love me and I love you.
Okay. Oh, then we can agree on that. I think you're killing it. Yeah.
I think you're doing such a good job, first of all, because you're curious and because you want to grow and you want to learn, but also you have such a great support system behind you. And you have such a great mental space. And look at all the people that are following you. They're inspired by you. And it's not just your content. It's not just your body. It's about truly who you are. So just remember that at the end of the day. It's not about the outside. It's about the inside, why people love you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. If you could, because I feel like I'm still young, and like you said, I am curious and I want to learn from people that, have dealt with this and know what they're doing. Obviously, you know what you're doing and you're, very successful. So is there anything or what would you tell yourself if you were 17 again? Yeah.
I would tell her, it's okay, girl. Not everything is supposed to happen right now.
You're telling me that. You're just telling me that.
I don't know what your biggest dream is, but let's take your biggest dream. It may not happen for another 5 years, and you have to be okay with that, because there are certain things that you're going to go through in these next 5 years that are going to make you better for that big dream and that big goal for when you have it. Mine has always been to have a talk show, and at 17 I always wanted a talk show, the Ashley Graham talk show. And if I just started my podcast a few years ago, and if I would have started a podcast at 17, I would not have been able to come up with this exact content that I have now at 33 years old, because I have so much life experience. I've been through so many things, and now it feels like I'm able to speak about so many other just issues in life, and I'm able to contribute. And whatever your dream is, and whatever your goal is, these next 5 years are going to be paramount to when you get there, and you'll feel like now is my time. So just remember, if something's not happening right now, it's okay. Yeah, you have so much life to live. You're only 17. And I know that that's like a really also hard thing to hear, because you feel like I want things now, and you want like instant gratification. There's a deserving aspect that goes along with a lot of this stuff too. But also remember that you deserve to have the time and the space to grow as well.
Yeah, I feel that very deeply, because I told you this. I feel like I'm not doing enough when I'm not actively going. Yeah. But I think sitting with that mindset that I honestly, there are a lot of things that I don't think I could handle right now. And my biggest dreams, like of course I want them, but like you said, you need more life experience. And yeah, that was everything she's saying is like I'm like sitting with it and like processing it, but it seems like I'm like being dry, but I'm not. I'm really just like I'm so
enlightened.
I'm so enlightened. Like I feel like I've just found my religion, and my religion is Ashley Graham.
No pressure.
Oh my gosh. No,
Well, you just come to church with me instead.
Huh?
You just come to church with me instead.
And then find a word.
Yeah. I know. I met Justin at 21, and I got married at 22.
Wow.
Whoa.
Did you
really
know he was the one?
I knew he was the one because he was so different. He was so different. He was not like any of the others in such a good way, such a positive way.
Did you always kind of have that feeling that you were gonna be successful, and you knew that you were gonna, this is what you're meant to do?
No.
You didn't?
I didn't know what I really wanted. I always kind of felt like a floater, but I always knew that like modeling was like my thing, and this is what I'm doing. And then it didn't hit me until my early 20s when I started my lingerie company that I was like, oh, this is a business. And it's not just about being pretty. It's about like putting my money where my mouth is, and actually like making this into something, and also changing some people's perspective and lives along the way. Because I think when you tell your story, it allows the people around you to tell their story, and to be more confident and secure in who they are. And
I feel more confident around you.
You should. You should be confident all the time, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we want to do. We want to make all of you more confident.
Yeah, definitely. You're making me more confident.
Good.
And I hope that she's making you more confident. And I hope that I'm making you more confident. And I hope that I'm making them more confident. And we're all making each other more confident.
This is the confident queens, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh my gosh.
You can do way bigger than that. Yes, okay.
I'm like in jeans. Ow.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there any advice that you would give me as a young woman, you know, about to be an entrepreneur, and you obviously have been in the field? So is there anything that you've learned being a businesswoman?
Own everything. Have a really great attorney. And make sure that you're only doing business that you love. Make sure that you know what the contracts say. Make sure that it's not someone reading it for you. You may not understand it, but it's always good to know. Also know that it's best to say yes to things that you really love, but to remember to say no to things that don't feel right, because there's power in no. And I think one of my biggest mottos is just keep making, but also make time for yourself.
Okay, beautiful. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Thank you. So as you guys, you know, have been sitting here, I'm so thankful that you listened. Ashley definitely gave me a lot of great advice today that I'll be taking with me, as I'm sure she did for you guys. Ashley, I love you. Thank you for so much for coming on this channel.
I love you.
You're amazing.
You're amazing.
All right, go watch Ashley's video. It was a little bit of a different feel, but I didn't cry in this one, but I cried in hers.
This is me rubbing Sienna. Rubbing.
I feel like I'm just like being like a little baby. Can I be your babysitter?
Yes.
Really?
Oh.
I'll give them lessons on confidence.
Okay.
I'll be like,
I don't think my
they're like
15-month-old, like, he's like.
Why do I keep saying your kid's 2? It's 15 months.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's a boy?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Isaac. I almost said Sienna.
Can you do the next one, Sienna?
Maybe.
Ashley Graham like names the child after me. Sienna.
Sienna Irvin.
You could do May Sienna, so it's a little different. Name her May.
Yeah,
May's
my
a cute
grandma's
name.
middle name is May.
Oh, hello,
There we go.
meant to be.
There we go.
Name her May.
There you go.
Or what's a boy's name for May?
Mason.
Moy.
Mason. Moy.
Moy Graham. That's kind of cute though. It's like different. It's unique.
It would be my husband's last name.
It's like quirky. Oh, what's his last name?
Irvin.
Irvin?
Yeah.
Moy Irvin?
Moy Irvin.
No,
Moy-
my daughter.